What is up, beautiful people internet? I'm Wesley.
I'm Stephanie.
And this is Wes and
Steph.
And today, guys, we're reacting to the Rise of Bangtan Chapter 4, 5, and 6.
Sheesh.
They just won the Best New Act of the Year, which is a colloquial way of saying the award's name. But we're really excited. This is like the coolest fan-made documentary, like,
it's amazing. It's
ever.
like it's so well produced. It's crazy. So let's go. I'm ready to
go.
learn more.
Adorable Red is representative MC for you. I'm so curious. Adorable representative. AR, baby.
I want them as our editor.
They're overqualified. Oh yeah, this is the video. We couldn't figure out what was going on. Remember?
I know.
We were so confused.
Then all the guys were flirting with the same girl.
Yeah, she probably was peeling all their perilla leaves. Maybe the captions would have been useful for this. He was in the locker.
Whoa.
I feel like Jin looked the least like himself in that video.
He did. It gave me werewolf vibes.
이렇게 생각합니다. 한 장씩 넘기면서 큰 소리로 읽어주세요. 랩몬스터 완전 아이돌 얼굴 아닌 크크. 방탄소년단에서 랩하는데 못생긴. 아이돌로 데뷔했다.
Oh, it's like reading mean tweets.
거 아닌가? 이 노래를 힙합이라고 할 수 있나? 전혀. 방탄소년단 랩 가사 그것도.
I don't like these.
I don't like these either.
I know everyone thinks these are funny when celebrities read mean tweets. I just get angry.
It makes me sad.
It makes me sad.
I feel like it's a chance to do a clap back.
I know,
what they're
but
trying to do.
I just feel like it's better. I don't know. I just don't want people to focus on that stuff.
Wesley doesn't like reading comments because he's scared of the mean ones.
I'm not scared of the mean ones. They make me sad all day. I'm not scared. I just make me sad.
증명하겠습니다.
See, he didn't even clap back. I was just sad. What are we watching? I still can't believe V was a whole ass secret member and we had never heard about that. That's so nuts.
What the heck?
That's just insane. Like, imagine being an unlockable character in real life. That's so cool. Reflection.
I like being able to see the lyrics.
Oh yeah. Why you say that like it was my fault we didn't turn on captions? You didn't turn on captions either. We reacted to BTS's group music videos. We didn't have captions on. Neither of us turned them on though, Stephanie.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they'd be translated.
Despite their hectic schedule, idols are still expected to attend high school and university. What the hell?
That's crazy. He's so cute. Nervous energy.
가방에 뭐 들었냐? 가방 나 책이요.
교무실이 어디야?
안녕하세요.
Do they go to special schools?
Doesn't look like it. Aww.
I hope they go to special schools. It'd be stressful.
Such a cookie.
학교 다니고 싶다. 보고 싶다. 보고 싶다 갑자기. 진짜.
No.
I mean, to be fair, those are badass uniforms.
How did he go to school at the same time?
I
don't
feel like
understand.
those uniforms look like the uniforms that they have in media.
For military.
Yeah, those, like if it's uniforms we had in the US were that cool, I would have wanted them.
I'm sure they're not cool once you're forced to wear it.
Yeah, maybe.
저 먹고 싶은 거 먹을게요. 저 짜장면 먹으러 왔습니다.
Aww.
저 짜장면 먹겠어요.
Oh, those are his parents? We've never met any family members.
2014년 1월 3일 진내로 2014년 성인이 되었다. 되게 약간의 씁쓸함 같은 거.
Aww.
되게 어렸을 때부터 이제 성인에 대해서 생각을 많이 했었었다. 뭐 성인이 되면 이제 풀리게 되는 제한들이 생길 것이고 되게 성인이 된 1월 1일 아침 똑같은 일상
Oh, I get that. That makes
똑같은
sense.
숙소에 똑같은 멤버에 똑같은 일상에 똑같은 스케줄 형들 이제 남준형이라든지 이제 호병이라든지 한 살 차이밖에 안 날 때 되게 뭔가 생각의 깊이가 너무 차이가 크다고 생각했었는데
좀
I wasn't laughing at what Jimin said. I was
I
laughing.
know.
Yeah, but
14년 더 내가
that's really interesting. So, I guess Jimin was hoping that he would reach like a new level of
Maturity or
like
different.
almost nirvana or thinking or ability or something.
Yeah.
And then he turned 18 and he was like, well, I feel the same as when I was 17 and 364 days old.
Yeah.
I was hoping there'd be kind of like an epiphany. I get that.
Yeah.
I remember thinking like, oh, I turned 18 and nothing feels any different.
I know. I remember that feeling too.
I feel like it just happened. You know, it's happened so gradually that you don't notice it.
I
That's
didn't
what
feel
I
a
think.
difference until I went to college and had my independence from my parents. That to me was the transition state because
Oh,
that,
because you turned 18 when you were in high school.
Yeah.
I turned 18 at college.
so for me, I felt a big difference before and after when I lived with my parents when I didn't because I had to be independent. Like I had to take care of myself, feed myself, clothe myself, like do my dishes. If I didn't, like I was screwed, right?
But, like,
I was in charge of my own schedule.
I still don't feel different than I felt when I was 15. Like I don't feel
You mean
different.
you-
If I think about like what the decisions I would make when I was 15, I can be like, oh yeah, I can totally see how I'm different now.
Yeah.
I don't feel any
Like,
different.
you
It's
still
only
feel like
I can only
Wesley.
tell the difference in retrospect.
Yeah.
Which I think is maybe like I bet Jimin, if he actually were like to sit down and be like, okay, well what do I do now versus what did I do
No,
a
I
year
was
ago?
15 or yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's also weird for them because
a year ago's hard. But if you look
they're
back
also
and, like,
incredibly. I think a big difference for us is like how responsible we are, how productive we are.
yeah, and they were already amazing.
Yeah, they were. I mean, maybe they like go even crazier, but I feel like maybe it's harder for them because they're already essentially working a job. You know
Yeah,
what
and
I mean?
I think they also just didn't have like that transition point. Like I went to college, right? They
Yeah.
had a transition point at like 15.
Oh, debuting.
Or debut was
Yeah.
like a transition point, right?
That's interesting, which isn't tied to age the same way. Maybe I don't know.
나를 더 많이
It's really
보고
interesting.
내가 어느 정도의 끝까지 올라갈 수 있는지 방탄소년단의 어느 레벨까지 올라갈 수 있는지 한번 꼭 시험해보고 싶다.
all the way.
재밌을 것 같다.
He looked a little nervous.
뭐 정말 이제 곧 컴백을 앞두고 있고 아미들도 이제 저희를 보실 걸 기다리는 일만 남았거든요.
You see this seal?
정말 이제 또 올해 저희 정말 쉴 틈 없이 정말 바쁘게 아미들과 같이 활동을 할 거니까.
Look at those hats.
또 항상 행복하시고 건강하시고.
Mostly J-Hope's hat.
J-Hope looks like he's about to lead the best Thanksgiving rehearsal ever, right? Or the first Thanksgiving? What would it be called? Something like that?
Pilgrims?
Pilgrim? Pilgrim. That hat deserved a better historical reference that we could deliver right there.
The lyrics are crazy.
That's one of my favorites.
Me too. I love this song.
That was a switch.
타이틀 상남자는요, 저희의 패기 넘치는 사랑이 고스란히 담겨 있고요. 그리고 상남자스러운 퍼포먼스.
It is.
I like this one a lot. It is way more intense.
Woo! The lyrics are great.
Yeah, they're
We
awesome.
really missed them the first time. I love this song.
We got that part. We got that. Dude, I think the biggest thing is I just had no idea that their promotion was so intense, and they had to do so many live shows like this. That's so crazy to me.
I know this is stupid, but like the lyrics to this are very much like heartthrob, right? And that's never how I've seen them, right?
Yeah.
Because we see them in like the Run BTS
and stuff, and we're also just way older.
We're also way older,
different.
married. But it's interesting that they still have that heartthrob appeal, right?
Yeah,
and that's kind of what
which we never really thought about, which makes sense because they're a cape. As weird as it is, we're like no
group.
BTS. We look at them kind of like we're like, oh, they're Korean sidemen,
or YouTubers,
kind of, right?
Yeah.
We're like, oh yeah, they make fun BTS run videos, and it's interesting because like no, they were a K-pop idol group. That's what K-pop idol groups do.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And maybe we're wrong, but I feel like their later stuff is less like idol-y in my mind too.
Me too.
And that's when we were more familiar with them, right? Whoa.
They hide it so well how exhausted they are.
이게 땀이지.
너무 더워요.
They need to get these boys some air conditioning.
I'm always surprised when how much layers they wear to do rehearsals and stuff.
I know.
지금 한 달 넘게 진짜 너무 눈 뜨면 안무였습니다. 설날 때도요.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh man.
I noticed this in America too. I like see videos from hip hop dance studios and stuff, and people are wearing like hoodies and sweatpants.
And I'm like, if you're hot, take it off.
I'm like, baby, y'all, how do you work out in this? It's like a sweatsuit. It's called a sweatsuit for a reason.
남준이랑은 예전에 방탄소년단 연습생을 같이 했었지만 전 안 했죠. 좀 안 맞았어요. 어디를 가도 허락을 맡아야 되고 그냥 통제죠. 싹 다 통제. 모든 게 통제돼 있으니까.
That
makes
a lot of sense. I could not handle the rules. You would not handle rules.
Would not, yeah.
No, you can't. Like neither of us are that kind of person. It takes us
a lot of discipline. You have to be very disciplined.
Yeah.
And you have to be willing to give up what you want for a
bigger goal
and a collective, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like
it's not a bad thing.
I feel like I'd be too selfish. I don't know. I don't think you would be too selfish. I don't think you would be like being told what to do, but I would be too selfish. I'd be like, no, I want to go do this. You know what I mean?
I'd be like,
which isn't good. But
yeah.
No, it's not. I don't even think it's bad necessarily. It just means you couldn't do this ever. You know?
That's crazy.
We've asked this before. We're like, how do they determine their daily schedule?
They don't. They
yeah,
just go
that's
where they're
crazy,
told.
man. I get why they all got P on Myers-Briggs now. So much more.
You have to.
Oh, you have to.
There's one man who's done more than almost anybody else to shape K-pop, Suman Lee of SM Entertainment.
미국 유학을 가서 그러면서 그때 MTV가 시작이 됐습니다. 초점을 두고 해외를 나가야 되겠다라고 생각을 하면서 엔터테인먼트 사업을 시작했었습니다.
That's interesting because those musical performances do feel almost like
They
optimized MTV with insert a competitive structure to MTV,
yeah,
kind of,
right? They do completely.
Like gamify MTV, and that's what it feels like.
Starts. His first signing, former dancer Hyun Jin Young, went to prison for drugs possession.
Whoa.
Because we consider them as idols, we don't allow any speck of dust on them. So we don't just stop at saying drugs is bad, don't do it. We don't do that. We say, you are out of this industry.
Dang.
You shall forever be banned from the stage.
The scandal was a valuable lesson for Suman Lee, who realized that to be successful, his artists would not only need to be incredible performers, they'd also have to be impeccably behaved.
That's interesting because I feel like in US, even from way back in the day, there's sort of been, I don't know if criminality's right, but a drug culture associated with our music scene, even our popular music scene. And it's almost
expected.
It's expected for American,
assumed.
Even pop artists who are like more squeaky clean image.
Yeah.
It's not unexpected. They'll get hate for it in tabloids.
Yeah.
But it often kind of adds to their persona in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It's only when it's somebody that is supposed to be bubbly and squeaky clean and they do something.
Like Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana days.
Yeah. And then everyone's like, whoa, Miley Cyrus is crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
He began developing a system for training raw talent.
The system ended up being a great success, and every major South Korean managerial company to this day follows it.
This is only from my experiences, but managements could always check your phone at any time that they want. No junk food, no going out.
They have terms like no dating,
Oh, really?
dieting, some even have like plastic surgery.
I remember that I was too dark. Like my skin was too tan and I had to brighten my skin. I know that there's a standard. I know that there is this goal that we're all trying to achieve. And you know, being in an industry where it's so visually focused, you know, you're gonna go through the checklist of, okay, is your hair on point? Is your face on point? Is what you're wearing good?
아이돌한테 규칙 필요하다고 생각해요?
아니요. 아니요, 그렇다. 없었으면 좋겠어요. 아이돌도 일반 사람 같았으면 좋겠어요. 개인적으로.
가장 먼저.
That's really interesting because I feel like the U.S. was, I don't believe, some of our acts maybe were this micromanaged and this produced. I feel like there was a rejection in U.S. at least with social media of when there was a perception like people were being inauthentic.
Yeah.
They were a lot of artists were sort of like rejected, and people want their artists to be more authentic now, or at least whatever they view as authentic, right?
Yeah.
In U.S. in music, do you feel the same way?
I think so. I don't know. I'm not as big into the music scene, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
주셔야 되는 게 이제 규칙적인 거고 창조적인 걸 하거나 그런 거에 있어서 방해가 되는 부분이 있는 것 같아요.
아, 왜 이렇게 작업이 안 될까? 가사가 안 나온다. 뭔가 영감이 안 떠올라. 이 로고에 이런 이야기를 담으면 뭔가 영감이 떠올리지 않을까? 그래서 이렇게 로고를 찍어본다. 이 로고가 끝나고 나면 난 다시 무한 작업 잘할 수 있겠지? 그래, 화이팅. J-Hope 화이팅. J-Hope 화이팅.
Make that into lyrics. It's
J-Hope
interesting.
J-Hope fighting.
He should just like talk out his feelings and then transform that into like lyrics. That would be cool, right?
That'd be cool, yeah.
로고 끝. 영감이 떠올리게.
It's interesting that the lyric writers are also the people who I feel like naturally give great speeches and talk so eloquently, you know?
Their brains just think in those terms, maybe. Or maybe they write lyrics so then they are able to talk in just colloquial conversation more like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's, I don't know, what's the causality, do you think?
I don't know.
Maybe it's both? Oh, I feel like...
크루 한번 해보자. 그때부터 이제 쭉 같이 공연도 하고.
대담협이 인터뷰 했을 때 래퍼들관에서 뭐라고 했을 것 같아요?
Oh, is this gonna be that? Is this the bad interview?
Oh no, this is the one.
방탄소년단이 됐네요. 아 근데
I don't think this is a bad interview.
No, this seems different.
화장하고 어떻게 나가? 개집애처럼.
Oh, maybe yeah.
하나면 저 믹스테이프에 안 껴줘서 제가. 나도 참가하고 싶다.
네, 김남준은 방탄소년단이 됐네요.
드라마이지 나는.
앨범 잘해?
너무 어려워요. 네. 아, 이제 소재가 안 돼요. 소재가 없어요. 맨날 똑같잖아요. 방송하고 집에 오고 준비하고 연습하고 가서 쓰고 다시 연습하고 그 다음에 다시 방송하고.
근데 나는 솔직히 너가 지금 약간 좀 진지빠는 얘기지만 이제 너는 되게 랩을 보여주고 싶어 하잖아. 좀 더 막 그런 거 있잖아. 막 너만 할 수 있는 얘기 있잖아. 언더그라운드라는 거
That wasn't bad. That wasn't
No,
bad.
that wasn't
I feel
bad.
like if anything, that was just constructive criticism. Like, oh, I feel like you're kind of feeling restricted and you really want... I feel... Because if anything, that was kind of a compliment.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, I think that there's more that you could tell with your artistry that you're not doing right now. That's a compliment. I feel like that was respectful.
Yeah.
As opposed to the other interview we saw, remember?
Yeah.
인디펜던트하고 자기 자주성을 가지고 하는 거잖아요. 근데 아이돌이라는 거는 회사의 기획과 그래서 자기가 하고 싶은 걸 사실 할 수 없어요. 왜냐면
So you're giving up individuality, right?
이거는 대중들이 원하는 게 아닌데 그러면은 이제 언더 매니아, 힙합 매니아라고 하는 사람들은 그런 거를 당연히 안 좋게 보죠.
If you look at the three biggest types
They probably see it as fake, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I would assume, right?
of music in Korea, it's indie music, hip-hop music, and R&B. A reason for that is people want to hear truth. hip hop isn't necessarily intimate, but a lot of Korean hip hop music is actually truth to power. Koreans want lyrics and music that is emotional and captivate you. We are going off the big, large generalization. In the large sphere of things, idols do not write their own lyrics. And idol music, the lyrics are largely shallow, and we can act like it's not, but it's not often that idol music has a lot of truth and power behind the lyrics. We, as K-pop fans, feel like it's unjust because they work so hard. What we are having trouble with being outside of the Korean context is it's derivative. To them, it's derivative. You can't get away with just a really good title track K-pop song. That's not how you build a fan base. That's not how you get loyalty.
That makes sense, because I guess from a corporate perspective, it seems way more volatile if you're like, hey, we spent all this work training these groups, now let's let them really express their own personality and hope that they're also amazing artists on top of all the other demands that we placed on them to be amazing performers in like 3 different areas, right?
It's an investment. All these groups are an investment.
And so like if you're investing that much money, you're going to be naturally more conservative with what you're going to want to allow, and you're going to want to...
risk-taking.
Yeah, you're going to... Because the easiest path is blandness. Because what if you have an artist that you've invested all this money in, then it turns out that they're really... like people aren't resonating with them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I feel at the same time, the way that they set everything up is they set it up so like they try all these groups, and then the ones that people did resonate with the most are the ones that get to continue. So it's kind of weird that then... You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they're doing it anyway, so it seems like, why don't they just incorporate the artistry? I don't know. It's way easier to say when we're completely outside of it, right?
Right.
You use the title track to lure people in, to catch their attention, but if your B-sides can't show off that your group is special and different somehow, you're not going to survive.
Yeah.
누구나 어떤 뮤지션들이나 자기가 음악을 결과물을 내고 그거에 대해서 뭐 혹평을 해주는 사람도 있는 거고 또 반면에 분명히 좋아하는 사람들도 있을 거고.
Well, you know what it is? It's like they're trying to get like a 6 out of 10 from everybody instead of like a 10 out of 10 from some people.
From 50%
and a 1 out of 10. Because our brains are always naturally wired to focus on negatives.
Yeah.
So that 1 out of 10 interview, especially in a corporate context, everyone's gonna be like, oh shit. Like if at your job you get like really, if you're getting like glowing reviews and really negative reviews, you're like, oh shit, I would rather, at my work, right? Yeah. I'd rather be getting 6 out of 10 reviews from all of my clients than getting 10 out of 10s and 1 out of 10s. Yeah. Because those 1 out of 10s will be a problem to the company.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Because that's how my brain works with comments.
Yeah.
That's why I don't read them.
1 negative comment will override a million.
It's like 10 positive comments, maybe 100 positive comments have the saliency of 1 negative comment.
Yeah.
That's really interesting, right?
다음 앨범을 그 사람들까지도 만족시킬 수 있는 앨범을 만드는 게 아티스트로서의 성장 아닌가 싶어요.
And the more personal it is, like...
Yeah. 이건 내가 공격받을 만하다라는 부분이 몇 가지 있고, 몇 가지는 이거는 편견이다. 좀 더 저희를 알아주시고 조금 더 저희의 히스토리라던가 그런 거를 아셨으면 그렇게까지는 안 쓰시지 않았을까라는 생각은 들어요.
그 데뷔하기 전에는 이미 언더그라운드에서 래퍼로 활동을 하셨더라고요.
One Piece. It is way more fun to watch with the lyrics on screen.
It is. But I'm not watching the music videos.
Oh,
so
that's
I think
true.
I'm glad
I'm
we
looking
did it the
down
way we did.
there. I'm not looking at what's happening
Exactly.
on there. Yeah, that's a good point.
저는 RM의 공개곡을 처음 들었던 순간이 아직도 생생합니다. 주제를 다루는 사고의 깊이와
The wordplay was cool. And I don't even appreciate it because it doesn't rhyme as much. But the lyrics themselves are so cool.
So he literally signed him just because he liked his rapping. That's kind of, isn't that odd for maybe it's not odd for an idol group. I don't know.
I don't know.
들어가는 창조적인 방식 등이 당장 이 친구와 미팅을 잡으라고 했던 기억이 납니다. 이런 실력을 가진 친구를 그냥 둘 수 없다.
Because they were going to be a hip-hop group initially, right?
And he knows English. So he's got that crossover rapping ability.
I wonder if they were even thinking about that.
I don't know.
슈가군은
네,
소속사에서
그렇습니다.
주최한 전국 랩 배틀 오디션에서 2등.
네, 그렇습니다. 네,
Good thing he's the one, so we can support the other, right? Like,
They're
you
both-
need to be a workaholic if you're also going to be a shopaholic. Otherwise, you're going to be a debtaholic, right?
Also, it's interesting how they both talk so much about how hard they work.
Yeah.
In the lyrics, you know?
That's kind of hip hop, though, you know?
당시에 지역에서 춤을 잘 추는 걸로 정평이 나 있었던 친구고요. 지민도 예술고등학교에 수석 입학한 수재였습니다. 저는 방탄소년단이라는 아이들이 반짝반짝 빛나는 멋진 스타에서 한 걸음 더 나아가길 바랐습니다.
Woo! That was cool. That is pretty baller. That was baller.
That was really cool. It is weird. It's way different reading the lyrics. I feel like I'm not reacting. It's because I'm like reading. He's saying them so fast that I feel like I have to I'm trying to read.
But you listen to the cadence of it too, and the voice. And the
I kind of
breath.
feel like I'm in Spanish class and I'm trying to keep up with.
How quickly he's talking too, and they're clever.
It's cool that they translate well.
Yeah.
Whoever did the translation did a great job.
없이 영상을 찍게 된 이유는
Dude, that's a good baby.
Wow.
듣기만 해서 정말 죄송하고 미안했는데
Is he getting Twix bars?
때온 것 같습니다.
슈가 형 뭐예요? 여기 있어. 나중에 가줄게. 어차피 니네 다 해야 돼. 네, 열심히 있습니다.
Oh, is he replying? He's like sending candy out? That's really cool.
Aww.
좋다. 시간도 늦었어. 빨리 들어가셔. 잘하죠, 저.
Aww.
He drew those all?
형, 이거 저희가 해주는데 뭐 해주실 거예요? 피자, 피자 콜? 오, 말했어. 이 영상 다 보세요.
진짜 아침부터 밥을 안 먹고 갈게요.
아니 몇 개야?
아니에요.
Are they allowed to eat pizza? Because they said that they're on like pretty strict diets, right?
That
What
was
are they-
yeah, like you said, maybe it's different for guys groups and girl groups and stuff.
But even then, it was
I
guys
don't
saying
know.
that.
Oh, that's right. You're right. But they're also talking about industry. They weren't talking specifically about BTS. So
Yeah,
I wonder-
maybe they're treated differently.
We haven't actually heard a lot about what their regimen specifically is like, right?
If it's different.
이거 고를까요? 언제나 사랑할게.
Aww.
I'll make Suga love me. If I own this, I can show it to him. It's a contract.
기분이 좋아. 살 빼지 마. 아, 형 이거 모르겠습니다.
2014.
There's always screaming. Imagine what it's like to walk around the world and go outside your door and all you hear is just a screaming
Only the
all
most
the time.
horrifying and famous people can understand that.
It's like
Both of them together.
human mosquitoes.
Jack the Ripper and BTS.
그냥 가라 했어요. 우리
중요한 거 뭔지 아세요? 저한테 이런 거 준 적이 없어요. 너무 멋있는데 아 진짜 서운할 뻔했어요 진짜.
Whoa.
Wow.
Do they have security?
Doesn't look like it. Oh, cake. He put so much work into that.
주말에 했었어야 되는데 심심한 슈가 한 대씩 때려줘.
Oh, birthday punches? They have birthday punches in Korea too. That makes me so happy. I haven't had birthday. I'm glad I don't have birthday punches. Stop it. I'm too old for birthday punches now. I get too punched too many times.
새벽 늦게까지 작업했어요. 레몬이. 뭐 레몬이는 뭐 일상이 작업이기 때문에.
They never take breaks.
I wonder if it was kind of weird for them since they were not getting love and appreciation from the demographic that they cared the most about, which was
so
like
they were,
the
like, after
underground
working
hip hop
harder.
scene. Yeah. Whereas like the group was doing very well in the idol scene, it seems like from the story, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if like Suga and RM though, compared to other groups who only cared about being respected in that
idol group.
sphere. So for them, it's like, okay, no, we have to keep working even harder and even harder and even harder.
Yeah,
so
to
they
prove
kept pushing
ourselves.
themselves because they were trying to win in a completely different like
category
as well. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Where
So
are they?
I feel like that would be a consistent sense of motivation that other groups might not have if they don't care about that scene as much, right?
Yeah. Or hotly because it's
Oh, yeah, the
you're gonna be
lights.
toasty.
그래도 아이돌이라서 좋은 점도 되게 많고 그리고 사실 큰 무대에 서는 게 쉽지가 않은데
And Arm's exhausted
큰
there.
무대 그리고 방송에서 나를 더 알릴
I
기회를
love this song.
많이 얻었고요. 실제로 그거 덕분에 더 많은 사람들이 제 음악을, 제 목소리를 듣고 있고 제 무대를 보고 있으니까. 어떻게 생각하세요? 제 생각을 제 음악으로 옮겨 담아서 그걸 사람들한테 들려준다. 아, 지네 음악도 안 하고 그냥 회사에서 시키는데도 노래만 해서 춤이나 추는 것들이 무슨 가수냐. 니네가 무슨 아티스트냐. 저런 애를 더 이상 나오면 안 된다.
Who's reading that?
I think those were comments that they get maybe?
빨리 가고 싶다. 집에. 엄마가 보고 싶다.
Aww.
아빠도 보고
cookie.
싶다. 모두가 날 기다리고 있을 것이다.
I didn't think about how young he would have been when he started living in the dorms,
so
right?
young.
That's crazy. I didn't think about that.
저는 되게 암담했어요. 아니 암담했다기보다 되게 막막했어요. 이제 앞으로 저는 항상 하루에도 수백 번 수천 번씩 생각해요. 이걸 내가 가지고 있는 아티스트적인 능력을 어떻게 더 증명할 것인가.
So much pressure.
그래서 저는 사실 제가 방탄소년단에 들어온 이유는 하나인데 그냥 내 목소리 그냥 최대한 많은 사람한테 들려주는 거 그게거든요.
이상한 잡생각이 많아져서 굉장히 고생을 한다고 해야 되나?
I want to know what their relationship with their label's like.
Yeah.
산다기보다는
Aww.
부모님과 같이 살고 싶다.
사실
Is it more typical for people in Korea to live with their parents when they're young adults?
I
Because
think
that would
so.
make this even harder, I bet.
Yeah.
Because like in America, it's pretty
Common to leave when you're 18.
Yeah, you leave home when you're 18 and you don't live with
But
your
it's
parents
becoming more and
anymore.
more common to live with your parents. We did.
But I'm just saying, like, if
Yeah.
it's culturally normal to live with your parents into your 20s, it would be even harder to leave. I mean, they
When
left in
you're,
their
like,
teens.
15,
yeah.
yeah.
And that would be even harder because culturally, like, everyone else is still seeing their parents, right?
Yeah.
정말 우리 힙합 하면서 슬로건을 걸고 나온 팀이 없는 것 같아요. 제 생각에. 그런 막 그 공격을 너무 많이 받고 힙합을 사랑하는 분들 뭐 저랑 옛날에
At least he's not alone. He's got Suga too, you know?
Yeah.
리얼하게 살고 싶다고 항상 생각을 했는데 뭔가 기분이 좋지 않은데 기분 좋은 척 해야 될 수도 있고
아들, 아빠가 잘 지내고 있지? 아빠, 엄마, 아들 태어나줘서 고마웠고 사랑스러운 우리 현생의 생일 다시 한번 축하하고 한국에서 활동하고 있는 두 번째 미니 앨범 열심히 활동해 그동안 고생한 거랑 꼭
cry.
아빠가 기원할게. 그리고 무엇보다도 아빠가 바라는 것은 내 건강이야. 아들 사랑한다. 제이홉 파이팅. 방탄소년단 파이팅.
I think Jin's crying too.
그래서 이제 아빠 나오니까 막 거기서 터지는 거예요. 너무 울음이 나오는 거.
뭐 그냥 생각하기 나름인 것 같아요. 뭔가를 보고 싶어하는 사람은 그 보고 싶은 것만 보고.
This documentary is so well made.
그리고
I don't think I would have ever sacrificed that. Like
Your family?
Yeah, ever. I wouldn't have.
Man, they must have really wanted it. It's contextualizing how much like
How much they
gave
cared.
up. Yeah. I get why Jin was kind of seeming down.
Yeah.
And some of the remember we were like, wow, Jin seems a little bit off. He seems, bro.
They're not getting time to visit their family. They feel like they can't, or it's like choose one. They feel like they are choosing.
I want to know too if they got more and more freedom as they got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And so maybe it was like much harder in this period. I wonder what they would say now. Would they say this period of their career was the hardest? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I could see like in their mind, I was like, oh, we need a debut. Everything in their lives is built around getting to that point. And now they're in the point after that. And I could see you very easily. I think Jimin said it. You're like, oh, everything will be good once we debut. But now they're like,
it's even harder.
It's the same. If anything, we're working even harder.
Yeah.
We're still not seeing our families. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've gotten the thing we've been wanting, and we're still not.
그렇게 얘기할지 않을
Ugh.
것 같습니다. 저는 그렇게 생각해요.
That's a cool quote.
I don't understand it.
It's like I maybe not one-eyed people, but like blind people or people who are only like they're turning a blind eye. That quote, you know, like they're only they don't want to see the truth.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Jungle.
Wow. 2014년 5월 13일 랩몬스터 로그.
안녕하세요. 오늘은 호병이 찍는
Oh man, that made me sad.
그 옆에는 진 열심히 뭘 하고 있는데 뭐라고 쓸까요?
싸가지 쇼가 얼마 전에 끝났다.
취침 들어가겠어요.
쇼를 하면서 이제 내가 얻은 결론은
What show?
그냥 나는 나다.
Yeah, what show?
나는 아이돌도 아니고 아티스트도 아니고 힙합도 아니고 아무것도 아닌 그냥 나는 나.
You can be everything.
김남준이다. 사실 뭐 그렇게 내가 이렇게 나를 소속하고.
Probably because everyone was trying to categorize them.
Yeah, I'm
so
glad
then you you're like when everyone's telling you what you are,
You're
you
like,
probably
well, what
want to,
am I?
yeah, you want to have a sense of internal certainty of what you are, right? I get that. That would be difficult though.
모르겠지만 사실 인간이라면 누구나.
But then you kind of boxing yourself in, right?
Yeah.
내가 뭔가 더 갈망하지 않았나 이렇게 생각이 든다. 인생이 방황이라고 생각을 하기 때문에 인생 방황 연속이고 사실 지금 더군다나 더 젊어서.
You know what I say? I'm always surprised at like as popular as they get. I'm surprised at the like places that they put them.
Yeah.
They don't start getting their own rooms and stuff like that. That's
no,
really
they're
curious
like
to
y'all
me.
still gotta share a bed.
They don't. It seems like they really. Maybe it's just our perception because we don't see everything. But it seems like the label really doesn't spoil them.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised by as they like become more and more successful.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the label isn't like, oh, because I feel like in the U.S. usually they start to really lavish like really lovely gifts and
Maybe
stuff.
they
like
do.
that.
But, I mean, they get brand clothes and stuff, but I
That's
don't get the
true.
opinion they care as much about that.
Yeah, I'm just curious, especially like when we watch them doing, and maybe when they do run in the travel shows, it's more for comedic effect.
Yeah.
어렸을 때 테니스 선수였는데 저희 완전 잘해서 동상 탔어요.
You will in your future too.
We have that episode on Patreon of Run BTS.
소비 좀 한다.
That's why they all thought he was gonna kill it, right?
내가 음악을 만들 때 뭔가 더 오래 곱씹을 수 있는 음악을 만들고 싶다는 생각을 한다. 처음에 꽂히고 처음에 다 알아듣는 가사와 그렇지만
Ooh, that was pretty.
아 이런 뜻이었구나. 내가 이런 의미로.
I don't think we saw this video, did we?
그런
Maybe it's promotional.
이게 나의 의무이고 좀 더 나의 오랜 팬들을 더 만들 수 있는 계기가 아닌가라고 생각을 한다.
I don't think that RM knows anything about building long-term fan bases.
No, it's only been what? Oh, how many years?
They're only the biggest act in the world, right? Like.
A beach? Beach?
They need some playtime.
귀를 닫고 내 안에 있는 나를 좀 더 찾아내서 끄집어내고 이런 일들을 좀 더 힘쓰고 나는 나의 길을 간다는 생각으로.
Is that Korea? That's so cool.
Where are they?
I would think it was Hawaii. Wouldn't you? It's beautiful.
The only beautiful beaches are in Hawaii, guys.
Well, that's how it feels in the U.S. a lot of the time, doesn't it? Like that type of beach with the palm trees and different levels. Because, like, I mean, we've both been to Florida and California.
In the U.S., yeah.
And U.S., they don't have beaches like that I've seen, except in Hawaii.
Yeah.
That I've seen. Again, that I've seen. But I haven't seen most of the beaches. That's so cool.
나는 어차피 나니까. 오케이? 사랑하자 앞으로도 좋은 음악.
This whole episode kind of felt like it was about RM's personal journey with this stuff.
It really
doesn't
did, yeah.
And the transition between hip hop and pop, I guess, or
Yeah.
how to integrate both aspects of his experience. That was really interesting.
And the burden just of being separated from your family, right? This
yeah.
one seemed like talking through the struggles that
Yeah.
they went through.
Oh, I guess this
made
would,
me cry.
Maybe we could put this as like post comeback, post debut struggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was emotional. I feel like they're all emotional.
Chapter 5: Hip Hop Lover.
Let it go.
Sounds like the title of an Usher album, doesn't it? Or something like that. Or Drake album.
Study abroad. Suga's smile makes me so happy.
That's a hell of a coat too, man. You see when Suga gets happy, he does this cheer every time. He just goes.
Yeah! That's so many awards.
Yeah, I didn't know. It's crazy how many award shows they have to me.
I know.
I wonder if we have that here.
What? That's a good line. This is their dorm.
I think it's funny. It's like, we'll defend you, and then it's like a cut to cabbages because my brain was like, what did those cabbages do to the youth? We have to torture them. Get some information from the cabbages.
I'm so curious how they live.
운전은 하지 말래요. 세계 평화를 위해.
야, 남준아 파워풀한데.
It's weird. It's still weird how normal their house looks, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when you look at like YouTubers in LA living in like those bougie houses. This is like very normal.
Then again, I wonder how expensive this is.
I'm sure it's crazy
it's in
expensive.
Seoul, right?
I'm sure it is.
That's
but it looks
like,
normal.
In LA, YouTuber houses are just crazy,
yeah.
right?
Man, living in cramped quarters with that many people that you work with would be so hard.
They've got to be used going through selection where they lived with even more people.
Yeah.
Had to filter out people who would work well and be able to live well together.
Do they even have their
Which
own
I never thought
rooms?
about. They probably do now, I'm guessing, right?
Gosh.
But here,
Like
if you couldn't live with other people, you didn't make it through the selection process, right? Because they all lived in dorms.
What are they making? Octopus?
I think it was just noodles.
I don't think it was.
Whoa.
That's not noodles.
Well, they're tentacle noodles.
밥의 맛을 결정하는 건 참기름이야.
Really?
결정하는 건 뭐다? 참기름이다.
That was pretty elaborate, man.
What are you doing?
You could literally show this to somebody and just be like, this is at a dormitory at a
Right?
local college. And they're going to be like, oh, okay.
Aww. I like that they always do cakes for each other.
That's a nice cake.
So is this where they live then? Oh, they've got a table on the floor. You love that style. Wes
I'm
is
very
like, why
jealous.
do we have chairs? Why is our bed off the ground? You sent me something the other day where the bed was on the ground. You're like, this is why it's good for you.
Oh, for a baby. For a toddler.
You probably mean it for adults too.
I would, yeah. I was literally like laying in bed last night thinking
Whoa.
about how I was going to move our bed frame to the basement when Stephanie's not there.
Look how
And just
good this
sleep on the
food
floor.
looks.
Is that hot pot?
Ah, it looks so good.
I like happy birthday in different languages.
It looks good. I don't know what they're eating, but it looks amazing.
Hot pot. I think hot pot.
He doesn't look happy.
He seems so intimidating to me.
I know, me too.
I see him walk around and I kind of go, I don't know what it is. It gets my hackles up. Like, I think it's because he always looks like he's evaluating.
Yes,
And-
he has a look where he's just like, let me observe.
And it's not even like bad.
No.
But it's just the fact that he seems like he doesn't miss a thing.
You know
right?
you're being watched.
Yeah. Well, not us, but
Yeah.
the people we're rooting for.
What? Oh, is this where they go to US?
Oh, you guys warned us about this.
Yeah,
oh,
you
no.
guys warned us about it.
You
I don't
guys
know.
warned us about this.
Wait, we don't know that's where they're going. They could be going anywhere. Oh, they're going to
America.
America.
LA.
So they've never been to the US before then? Good luck.
Is speak Thai, speak Thai, English speaker. Speaking Thai? Okay. You introduce yourself. My name is Sugar. I'm rapper. Yeah.
You did a great job.
I'm singer. I'm here. Goes to America. America, Los Angeles. Oh, Jimmy is very no fun.
Dude.
You got no jams.
Harden's English sounds the same. I feel like J-Hope's has gotten way better.
Yeah.
Even in the Bon Voyage season we watched, which I
Yeah.
think is in 2017, right?
I love it.
It's cool seeing the progression since we're jumping around in time so much. We're
I'm
watching
so impressed
them.
that they're even trying.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize they had such big American fan base back then as well. I knew they got big in like...
He looks so over it.
It feels so weird seeing them listen to American music.
I know.
Even though they always talk about it. They talk about it all the time.
I know.
Can't go home. We work, no play. We have a very, very, very special guest, a legend in the rap game. He's known internationally. He's gonna come in and speak with you guys.
See you. 궁금하다. 닥터 드레가 들어올 수도 있어. 어제 수도 나나나나나 이렇게 들어오고.
Who is it?
Coolio.
How did hip hop start? Where did it start?
I don't know who that is.
Coolio.
Do you know who that is?
He's a DJ and rapper.
Did you just read that?
Yes.
The first rap single to go platinum. What group is Check D from?
Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
Hello. What does turn up mean?
Let's go party. No, turn up. Sorry.
Give me 25 push-ups.
Push-up?
25 push-ups.
25? 205번 하라고요?
25번.
12, 13, 14.
Okay, get up.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be the laughing and all that turn-up shit. You don't even know what you're talking about. Quit playing with me. So basically, so y'all don't know shit about hip-hop. We gonna have some fun, but not now. I'm gonna teach y'all about hip-hop. I'm gonna teach y'all the hard way. I'm not playing. I take this shit serious in my life, man. If it wasn't for hip-hop, I'd be dead. I'd be in jail. I'd be in prison.
Yeah.
It's not a joke to me. It's very serious. This is my life. I expect more from you, bro. I expect more from you. I said I understand that you have to work with him. So it leaves you at a disadvantage. Okay, I know.
Why is he being so mean? Why is he picking on V?
We gonna get you right.
I don't like that training style ever. Like
Oh,
whenever
yeah, when you're really hard on people. Yeah, break
he's
people
doing it
down.
on purpose, where you like
break people down to build them up style
It's very
stuff.
military
Yeah.
style. I don't like it. That's why I'm not in the
I
military.
get prickly.
I feel uncomfortable.
I do too.
I don't like it. I don't like it when it's used on me.
I feel like in person it's way easier to tell too. On video, it almost always feels.
You can't tell.
It feels weirder on video than in person. Because like on video, I have a really hard time telling when someone's doing that or when they're bullying.
Yeah.
In person, I feel like I can tell pretty easily.
Yeah, it's hard watching on video. I feel uncomfortable.
I feel very uncomfortable. You guys can tell because we never shut up and we're very quiet.
We're like,
$1,000.
Oh! American hustle life, hip hop school.
I want to see what style.
I feel like they're gonna just wreck the dancing though.
I hope
they're just
so.
gonna kill the dancing.
You bring solo.
Solo. They're like, yo, we're ready for this one. We'll rip it.
Y'all are gonna talk to him, get him in the music video.
What?
Korean singer.
Really?
Yeah, we'll shoot the music
That's what they
video.
do?
Your style is very good. So I want to cast you. My name is B.
This is so uncomfortable. This is so uncomfortable.
That's why you guys told us not to watch it.
Why did they make them? I feel like this is a pickup artist show now. Why are they doing that?
It's tomorrow, my video.
Not my Joan Cookie.
Oh, she came? Oh, they came. They remembered the names. They remembered their names. That's so sweet.
This makes me so uncomfortable.
The incident happened to the Two Live Crew. Parental advisory explicit.
퍼블릭 에너미가 가장 영감을 많이 받은 블랙팬더를 후원하면서 영감.
There, now they're getting along. I would never want to let J-Hope score. That celebration was too embarrassing. Like, if I was guarding him and he scored on me like that, I would
be like, I'm done.
Bro, I'd just get in my car and leave. I'd just drive home.
I can't compete with your scoring. I can't compete with your dancing.
Oh. Even if it was just like a normal basket.
비에로그. 아, 스펙타클한 비에로그. 지금은 리얼리티 촬영 중이다. 지금 이 리얼리티 촬영이 정말 나에게 정말 도움이 많이 되는 것 같다.
You know what vibes I'm getting? I'm getting the vibes of like an older brother who's like, we're gonna show you what sex is, you know?
or like the bad
older brother, you know?
Who's like, you guys should drink.
Yeah, let's go have you hook up with some ladies. That's the vibe I'm getting. And
like the little kid goes to visit the older brother at college or something.
Yes, that's the vibe.
위축돼 있고 자신감 같은 게 굉장히 없었었는데 그런 것들을 조금 더 업그레이드 시켜줬다고 해야 하나?
I mean, he just walked up to Batman. He must be feeling confident.
힘든 건 역시 힘들다. 2014년 7월.
Are they gonna do 4th of July?
네로그 끝.
That would be cool if they got to do 4th of July in
That's
America.
the best part.
Yo.
Tony.
What's going on? Hey, what are y'all doing, man? Like,
NBA.
Hold on, press pause. Pause the game. Pause. Hold on. I gotta find y'all a tutor. Let's go.
I get caught up thinking of Mike every time I think about my greatest love. My greatest love. Hey!
Irish.
Yes! Nice to meet you.
It's weird seeing the super American reality TV show shots where they're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, we're just hanging out in this room with camera crews.
Yeah.
And then cut to the other camera. Now you guys are walking in. Now cut to every single face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels weird.
I want to hear you sing.
Okay.
I said, will you marry me? Follow your line. Will you marry me? So we just needed to make sure that you sing it with confidence. Keep your lines flowing all the way through with proper breathing.
Another summer day has come and gone away. In Paris so long, but I wanna go home.
Soulful.
Thank you.
I like that. What I like.
I like her.
I like her a lot.
That's the first time someone's been nice to V since I got to America, I feel like.
My attention. I want to hear more.
He was my sins away.
You have a wonderful voice.
Thank you.
Keep him. Soulful. People feel something when you sing. They will have it. It doesn't take them a long time. They learn.
I agree. I think V's voice is so
It's really
unique.
interesting,
It always
yeah.
stands out in every song.
In every song we've listened
I
to,
can
for
always
sure.
identify his voice instantly because it's so unique.
It's weird too because I feel like he's got the most range in the songs that we've heard.
Yeah.
It's very distinctive.
Yeah.
Korea?
A little bit.
Oh really?
사부님.
사부님.
That's teacher? Yeah, teacher. So I'm 사부님.
Yeah. Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, very hot. Oh,
Yes, very hot.
Yes, nice how.
You have the kick, so the snare.
I want to know who all these people are that they're meeting with.
He's a beatboxer. You need to read the screen.
Yeah, I am reading that, but I'm like, how did they find them? You know, I think it's really interesting.
Let's try to add a hi-hat with you. For you, Jen, there's a beat that I want you to work on, okay? J-Hope?
Yeah?
I want you to do this beat.
He's got a great voice.
이거 안 될 것 같은데요? So hard.
That sounded. Why did J-Hope sound like 30 times harder? Didn't it?
와 이거 어떻게 같이 하지?
Wow.
You can't do it because you can. You can do it.
I like him too.
사부님, thank you 사부님.
Yes.
We just like everyone
He had
that's
a
being. We like
cool
everyone
voice.
that's being nice to them.
I know, but
I mean,
he-
when people are mean, we're like we don't like them.
He had a cool voice, and the beatboxing was sick.
I think it's
never
also-
realized how much goes into beatboxing.
I think it's when they're being pushed to do stuff that feels like it wouldn't do normally.
Yeah, or they don't want to be there.
Like, I think that's what's making us uncomfortable. Because sometimes it seems like they're doing stuff that we're not used to seeing them doing, and not in a cool way like beatboxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
아, 떨린다 진짜. 뭐냐 이게.
Wow.
예,
These are just teachers that I've found that are in the industry. I think that's so cool.
My foot hooks, and I'm still sitting on my left foot. Switch.
This is so hard.
Hook.
I couldn't do this. I could do it once. What? He did it.
I feel like they knew just what they were doing for the TV show when they set up RM and Jimin to go to the dancing
Yeah.
teacher, right?
Yeah.
Like, why did you do our boy like that? Yeah, why did you do RM like that?
사부님이 꿀물 꼭 사먹어야 된다고 목에 좋다고 이게 굉장히 목을 유연하게 만드는데
I hear that a lot with lemon. Lemon, honey. And every time I know somebody who's really into singing, they always drink like
Oh, really?
honey lemon water before they sing.
I'll drink honey lemon water, and I suck at singing. That sounds delightful.
1시 39분 늦은 시간임에도 불구하고 침대 위에서 비트박스 연습을 하려고 해요.
It'd be funny if they didn't tell them that J-Hope was doing beatboxing.
Now you gotta go up to he taught me. All right, now I want you to breathe all the way through so that you won't sing it from here. There That's the voice that I need, right there. Yeah. That woo, woo, woo. I love it. You have to do it without holding your stomach.
5.
That's so cool.
6, 7.
See, these are all the types of teachers that Stephanie likes when they're like positive affirmation and encouraging. Like, don't say you can't do it. I know you can do it.
Breathe
and stuff
through your
like
stomach.
that.
I love your voice.
Oh.
You right? And I know I have to make it harder.
I'm ready.
I was like, you might be a great dancer, but I can smack your hand.
이런 곳에서 비트박스 배우면 되게 잘 될 것 같아요.
Exercise for you. I'm gonna draw a picture and we're gonna put sound to the picture.
원숭이, monkey.
It's a lion. What sound does a lion make? Make that into a beat.
I'm surprised they're not doing production or rapping. Isn't that kind of surprising?
Maybe they will. I don't know. Or maybe they did. I think the beatboxing is so cool.
No, dog.
That's so cool.
Very hard. Yeah.
That's too hard?
No.
It's good?
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna feel so silly to practice that, but if you master it, it's so cool.
Different countries have different animal sounds too, which I feel like makes it even weirder.
Yeah, right? That's a good point.
The best students that I
Whoa, that's so cool.
Wow.
very well, and you're very, very talented.
That's so nice.
정말 약간 내 인생에 약간 뭔가 한 단계 발전할 수 있는 그런 뭔가 지금 시기가 아닐까 좀 싶다. 굉장히 재밌었고 어쨌든 빨리 한국에 돌아가고 싶다고 있었어. 그립다. 예.
Because they're not really on vacation at all.
No.
Like, this is work.
Yeah.
여기가 롱비치요. 여기 롱비치. 음악으로 듣던 그 롱비치랑은 내가 생각할 때 이미지랑 좀 다른 것 같아.
되게 위험하다고 들었는데 생각보다는
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh my god. 오렌지예요.
Hey, check this out. We're getting ready to go on a mission. We're gonna go around my neighborhood. I'm gonna show y'all where I grew up at, where I came from. Me, Snoop, Nate Dogg.
How you and Snoop and Nate got together when you were young?
We went to elementary school.
그냥 초등 친구인데 전설이 된 거야.
Aww, I didn't know that.
왜 스눕독이 없냐?
This is
I think he's a little older than Eugene.
For Long Beach hip hop.
저 하나 아티스트 있으면.
근데 진짜 옛날 래퍼들이 너무 많아요. 이 앨범 있을 줄 몰랐어. 와,
I love when people can go into these stores and just geek out. I wouldn't recognize anything, but I think it's so cool.
Like record labels?
Yeah. I think
or people are going through the vinyls and they're recognizing stuff from like the 50s.
I'm
I
like,
think it's
wow,
crazy.
I'm so
it's
impressed.
so cool.
I'm not that person.
People who know music are so encyclopedic.
이 앨범들을 처음 들었었어요. 근데 듣고 반해가지고.
Long Beach. Long Beach. You guys want a Long Beach hat?
Of course.
I'm gonna buy him a Long Beach hat. Y'all each get a Long Beach hat.
That's really nice.
Aww.
Dude, literally everybody but Coolio has been so
I'm
lovely.
so nice to
and
them.
amazing, yeah.
We had a good time today. I got a mission for you guys.
That stretch Hummer is very California style.
Yeah, the thing, I
Very
kind of get
Southern
why
California.
I think they're ugly, but they look nice on the inside.
They do. It's
They look
cool
like they
on
have
the
more
inside.
room. Normal limos do not look that nice.
No.
They're not that nice. Have you been in a normal limo?
Yeah.
I've only been in for like prom, but they're tiny.
Well, roof-wise,
I
yeah.
want you guys to write lyrics to regulate. I want each one of you guys to tell your own life story to regulate. Much love, baby. Yeah.
That's a crazy mission. Regulate's like one of the most iconic songs ever.
Really? I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
that
like
first.
that's crazy.
Let's
That's
see.
that's so.
I'll probably recognize
That's
if
like
I
Tom
hear
Brady
it.
being like, "Hey, I want you to throw a pass." I don't know. I can't even compare it. It's not even like that. It's like Tom Brady's like, "I want you to recreate my best play from the
Ever?
most iconic game I've ever been in or something.
But at least
That's
it's already
insane.
created.
It's like Freddie Mercury walks up to you and he's like, "Hey, I really want you to add a verse to what's a song?"
I don't Rhapsody, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, it's like, "Hey, I want you to add a verse to Bohemian
Stop
Rhapsody."
testing my
You just be
music
like,
knowledge. I know so little.
Well, clearly, I don't know much. I couldn't think of Bohemian Rhapsody.
기획형 아이돌로 볼 수 있죠. 볼 수 있는 게 아니라 그렇게 봐 사람들이. 이제 되게 생각이 많아진단 말이에요. 내가 하고 싶었던 음악을 하는 게 맞는 건지, 내가 해야 할 음악을 하는 게 맞는 건지 생각이 많아지는 거예요. 내 이야기를 하는 그런 사람이 음악을 하는 사람이라고 생각을.
형은 되게 이런 얘기들을 하고 싶고 자기 얘기들을 하고 싶어서 랩을 시작했잖아요. 나는 아직도 구체적으로 뭘 하고 싶은지 잘 모르겠어요. 솔직히 되게 못한다는 걸 많이 눈에 띄게 하지 말고 살아야지. 그래서 빨리 늘어야지. 그래서 빨리 잘해야지.
그지, 난 그게 많았지. 반대로 눈치를 안 보고 멋있게 보이는 사람들이 너무 많은 거지. 나도 좀 이렇게 살고 싶다. 나도 좀 이렇게 살 거야. 살 거야.
네.
됐어. 가사 쓰면 돼 이제.
형은 연기를 했었잖아요. 그 오자마자 힙합을 해라. 약간 이런 거에 대해서 약간 거부감. 거부감이 당연히 있긴 했었지. 왜냐하면 전혀 다른 장르니까. 근데 나는 어렸을 때부터 우리 형이 굉장히 힙합을 좋아했어. 그러니까 나도 힙합을.
Jin has an older brother?
I had no idea.
큰 어려움이 있진 않았어. 처음 들어왔을 때. 7명 멤버가 모두가 랩을 했었어.
That's right. They started with the rappers.
그래서 뭔가 되게 동떨어져 있는 느낌이 들더라고요. 우리 곡에는 약간 이런 내용을 좋아했어요. 진짜 힘들었던 것 우리 이야기하고 파도처럼 뭐 밀려오는 그런 힘든 삶들을 내가 상대를 하고 여기까지 왔다.
It's a really interesting challenge, actually.
Yeah.
상황도 있었지만 그래도 어쨌든 나는 지금 이 자리까지 왔다.
Because not every member writes their lyrics, right?
No, that would be so hard for me to do.
우리 다 이겨낼 거야.
독립기념일이래. 7월.
July 4th!
이렇게 사람 많은 거 처음 봐.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Fireworks!
저도 형 사랑해요.
좀 불쌍하다고.
Yeah!
That's so cool.
And I hope you ate hot dogs. A lot. $40? No.
Way more, dude. Way more.
One more time.
Wait for the finale!
Whoa.
Do you guys in other countries have a specific day where you send fireworks up? Or is it just like at events or maybe concerts or something like that? I'm really
Or
curious.
just fireworks in general. In US, we pretty much only do it at 4th of July or sometimes big sporting events, right?
Yeah,
But
not
every time. Just
not
sometimes.
as crazy as you'll see on 4th of July,
Yeah.
where it's like
And
the
the whole
finale
country.
and to
And
music.
different, you'll go to like different neighborhoods and people will be shooting fireworks off in the street and stuff.
One time I was flying on 4th of July and you could look out and you could just saw the whole sky in different pockets
That's so
covered
cool.
in fireworks. It was I took
Super illegal, but very. Oh, you said I saw the video.
I took a video
Yeah,
of it
you
from
sent
the
me video.
plane. It was so cool.
Super, super illegal.
그리고 오늘은
I think it was legal.
수선으로 들어서 세탁소 팀
It is pretty full.
Laundry team.
Oh no, they put money in the wrong
I've
one.
done that. I've done that.
우리가 챙겨온 돈보다 더 뭐 많이 사주고.
That's crazy. They have a food budget. They have like to do their own laundry at not
They're
like
so
in their
not
apartment.
bougie, yeah.
Like they're living like pretty for how famous and crazy.
Yeah. Aside
rich.
from the fact that they get like bussed hither and thither and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like living in a college dorm life.
Yeah.
나머지 걸 못 샀어요. 사실 이걸 내려놓고 보고 있어요.
Except they got to hang out with Warren G.
세 팀으로 나누면서
Oh, give me any team but cleaning team.
Agreed. I hate cleaning.
뭐라고 하지 않아 영어로? 따라해봐. Disgusting. 하나, 둘, 셋.
치고 오늘 다음 앨범 녹음을 했는데
I like Arm and Jimin together. They're a fun vibe.
좀 벅차고 할 게 굉장히 많아서 사실 심적으로 좀 힘이 든다.
저희들이 이제 리얼리티 이렇게 촬영, 앨범 작업도 하고 그런 걸 다 여러 번 계속 한꺼번에 하려다 보니까
I bet. I don't know how they're not sick.
따라주는 거죠.
그때는 이제 저희 그 뭐지 주차장에만 세팅하는 이제 장비들을 샀었거든요. 그래서 여기서
What?
시작해서 뭐 마이크 거치대까지 다.
So that's where the budget went. You were wondering that's where the whole budget went,
There
right?
you go.
여기서 꽤 많이 돈을 들여 사긴 샀는데 확실히 한국보다.
Oh, really?
Where are they?
They're in the so wherever they're staying, they just set up a studio in the garage.
Oh, so they're still still in
Yeah.
LA.
방탄소년단에게 스튜디오를 선뜻 내준 이가 바로 에릭이었다. 이곳에서 방탄소년단 정규 1집 앨범 다크 앤 와일드가 탄생했다.
Oh.
That's real cool. I didn't know they recorded it in America. That's really
Wow.
여기서 막 자고 그때 이제 멤버들 리얼리티 찍을 때여갖고
Gosh.
다들 되게 피곤했거든요. 그래갖고 수건 깔고 자고
좀 사겨줘라. 너 내게 너무 나빠. 너 내게 너무 나빠. man. 나랑
It would be so hard to record in front of other people.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking too. I think it's so cool they can do that.
We're really tired, and then we were actually a little bit thoughtful about our future. I mean,
우리 그때 이 앨범 망하면 어떡하냐고.
맞아요.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
we couldn't be sure.
Because they've released 2 songs so far, right? But no album yet.
남주고 싶은데 생각보다 잘 안 나오고.
They don't settle for anything but the best. If somebody does a take and it was like, that was okay, no, do it again until you get it right. It has to be perfect. I think it really just comes back to hard work and perseverance. It really is. It's about believing in it and putting the time and the effort in.
I feel tired for their sake.
I do too.
I want to see their version of Regulate.
Oh, those poor boys.
Everybody waiting on you, man. Your brothers is all up.
Oh.
우리 진짜 목소리에서 끝내주는 것 같다.
You guys are very fortunate. You have 1 million fans. A lot of times in the hip hop community, artists and big names and celebrities take what they make and they give it back to people that aren't as fortunate. Give back. Give back.
기부를 되게
Oh, this will be nice.
했던 적이 되게 많았지만 마음만 앞섰지 행동을 못했던 걸 이제 행동을 하게 돼서 되게 뜻깊은 일이라고 생각했어요.
That makes a lot of sense.
There's Skid Row, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
야 아까 방금까지 되게 번화가였었는데
와, 이렇게 확 달라질 수가 있구나.
와 텐트 봐봐.
선뜻 저희들의 마음을 받아주실까, 오해는 하지 않을까 이렇게.
It's a homie Sugar, rap monster from Korea, bro.
You know, they learning about hip hop, so we trying to like teach them about giving back. We wanted to come down here, give some food. You know, if y'all can give them any knowledge.
Never forget where you came from.
There you go.
Never forget that. I don't care how rich you get, how poor you get.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
All the time.
My
That's
words
really
are
sweet.
of encouragement are to be encouraged to don't give up.
Never give up.
Yeah.
Give up. It'll be easier to face tomorrow.
이 일은 정말 어느 누구에게나 일어날 수 있는 일이다. 너도 그렇고 나도 그렇고
That was really special.
있는 일이다라는 얘기를 가장 많이 하셨어요.
그분들은 이제 힘들어도 굉장히 긍정적인 마인드.
Yeah, they were really nice, right?
Yeah.
오히려 제가 더 많이 얻은 기분이었어요.
높은 곳에 올라가서라도 거기에서 뭐가 한번 풀리면 그냥 쭉 내려가기 쉽다.
Be who you are. You know, don't be like some other group. Why you're an artist. What made you attractive to art, then be that. Be true to that attracted you. And you'll be good at whatever you do.
They have so much wisdom, you know?
Brother.
Yeah.
Be true to your art. Oh, this looks good. Sum it up.
항상 방심하지 말고 노력해서 열심히 살아라.
That was really beautiful.
Yeah.
일할 수 있고 제가 원하는 일 한다는 거에 항상 좀 감사함을 많이 느껴야 되겠구나를 느꼈습니다.
다시 돌려주는 게 얼마나 중요한 건지 알겠죠, 나.
오케이. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Nate.
Thank you guys. Y'all did a really good job.
That's been my favorite thing that they've done so far. That was really cool.
랩몬스터 여러분. 이제 미국에서의 마지막 날이다.
I feel like everything they did except for that first day with Coolio was really great, right?
Yeah.
The first
just
day
the
with
first
Coolio
day.
made me kind of uncomfortable.
힘들었다. 진짜 많이 힘들었고.
They're so tired.
Oh.
My poor boys.
마음만큼은 그래도 든든해져서 돌아가는 것 같긴 한데 다시 하라고 하면 못할 것 같다. 정말 어떤
that looks nice.
값진 경험을 하고 가는 건 정말 맞는 것 같다.
You guys have inspired me. Like, go as hard as I can. You only get one life, so you gotta like get the most out of every day. I've learned that from you guys, so that's why I always say you guys deserve to be number one.
Yeah.
한국에 가면 글쎄 또 어떤 마음으로 임하게 될지 모르겠지만 진심으로 가슴에서 우러나와서 더 할 수 있는 그런 멋진.
I feel like they did take a lot of the lessons and apply them, and they took them back home.
Yeah,
You know, like
that's
I
really
feel like
cool.
this was super educational.
제가 되고 싶다. I'm coming back to Korea.
It's nice to go home, though, huh?
Babe, I feel so tired watching.
I know.
I feel
Oh.
so bad for them.
Man, that's a small room they're staying in too.
Arm was just like Bruno Mars, right?
Wow.
That's crazy.
This documentary is making me feel things.
Yeah, I'm tired on their behalf.
I know.
I'm like, the next documentary, the whole time, chapter 6 needs to be, and BTS slept. That's all I just like, let them sleep. They need a sleep, vacation, relax. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Chapter 6, Cypher.
They find the coolest places to shoot for their music videos.
Where do they find an abandoned train station?
Maybe they shut it down.
So they haven't released the album yet, right? But must be a song named. Do you think they made this song in America? That's cool.
That was a cool transition.
Yeah. The editing on this is so amazing.
Wow, man! Oh my god, man! Yo, Russia hotel.
They're in Russia?
Are they really?
Why are they in Russia?
Wow. So they're in Russia, but he's wearing an American flag shirt? Is that what he was doing?
I don't. This was in 2013.
Yeah, I know. It's just weird.
It's 2013. It wouldn't be weird for 2013.
아니 저 깜짝 놀라서 여기 지금 저 짐도 있다는데 짐 가서 하시죠. 짐이요? 갈 거예요. 헬스 갈 거예요? 갈 거예요.
Although their schedule is finished for the day, they still have things to do.
자, 딱 정해진 3명.
The final element in nurturing a star is the constant effort put in by the stars themselves.
Sheesh. Jungkook always working out.
Where else is that energy supposed to go?
To keep their place as a star, it may mean having to work harder.
Did you see his wink?
They must work hard in order to shine as long as they want.
The group had practiced for more than 16 hours a day while preparing for their new album, and even while they were touring abroad, the boy band rented out rehearsal spaces in each country.
That's crazy.
Sheesh.
I always think that those studios look so aesthetic.
They do
It's
look
always like,
cool.
oh, are we in a dance studio or is this an IKEA minimalist apartment? Right?
I feel like if you had that in your basement, that's like goals.
Only if you dance though. What if we had it down there? It would just be sitting.
힘든 안무로 손꼽 피는 안무라서 기억에 많이 남는 것 같아요.
제일 기억에 남는 거는 그 하얀 새하얀 연습실이 있었어요.
Oh, that's a cool room.
That's
That's
a really
crazy.
cool room. That would not be fun to practice in if you're exhausted and your eyes hurt, though.
Oh yeah, and it's like, are we in a mental institution? Or are we on a dance performance, right?
했었어야 되는데 그때 멤버들이랑 너무 졸리니까 막 화장실 가서
Dude.
쪽잠 자고 몰래
Aww.
자고 그때 성국 쌤이
다 잘 추는 친구들이 아니었었어요. 그래서 저는 그래도 좀 퍼포먼스적으로 완성도가 높은 그룹을 좀 만들고 싶어서 어떠한 콘텐츠를 가지고 와서 얼마만큼 잘하냐의 싸움인 것 같아요. 뭐 그게 곧 경쟁력이 되는 것 같고.
I'm just thinking, damn, like that looks like a hard enough workout if you were being taken through it by yourself.
Yeah.
But then I'm imagining like, holy crap, it would be so rough if you've been performing and the choreographer is like, okay, if we just hit it once more, we can leave. Something like that,
Yeah.
right? And then imagine the pressure if you're not getting your part and you keep messing up and you're making everybody
I
else.
know. That is so stressful.
So much pressure.
Because everyone's exhausted.
Yeah.
퍼포먼스를 어떻게 잘 녹이냐가.
And it's not like you get to leave. Guess where you're going? To the same house.
Yeah.
With all the people that you just screwed, right?
I feel like this is a mentally
Bro.
the most mentally taxing process.
I'd be too petty. Could you imagine, like, you go home after, like, if you're not the one who messed up, I'd be such a dick. I think it's so cool that they're as nice to each other and I can't believe they get along as well as
I
they do.
can't either.
It just seems like a pressure cooker, doesn't it?
Yep.
그냥 경쟁력이 되는 것 같아요. 물론 다른 가수들도 되게 열심히 하겠지만 엄청난 연습량으로 좀 많이 극복을 한 팀이.
You get mad after one TikTok dance.
A lot of these are youngsters who are also trying to get some of their education done at the same time. So the pressures on these people are immense. You know, everybody wants, you know, the singers to be successful, but we don't want to crush them in the meantime.
정말 간절했죠.
그치. 세상에 이렇게 열심히 노력해도 안 되는 게 있구나를 처음 알았죠.
얼른 일찍 가서 다들 푹 쉬도록 하시고요. 오케이. 내일 좋은 컨디션으로 만나도록 하시죠. 그래, 다들 수고했다.
That's such a simple wish. It's almost heartbreaking, right?
They're so tired.
요즘 나는 뭘 하면 좋을까라는 그런 고민이 있다. 뭐 춤이면 춤, 랩이면 랩, 뭐 그런 실력적인 부분에서 뭔가 좀 더 연습을 해서 더 좋은 모습을 보여드리고 싶은데 뭐 마음만 앞선다고 되는 것도
Like what
아니고
skills?
그런 거 같다. 모르겠다. 진짜 어떻게 해야 될지.
I feel like he already has two, you know? Aw, J-Hope.
Maybe he's just feeling tired. You know how it is when you're tired and then everything just looks bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope. I just want them to release their album so they can rest.
I like these lyrics. A lot. I'm glad we get to read them.
Oh, that was the intro?
What?
Hey, 2014.
I hate chair dips.
왜 항상 나
For Jimin, I feel like it always is.
When we were at summer camp, we would do that before we'd go to do dance class with the girls.
You're like, look at my
Then we'd be walking
biceps.
around like we were Hulks. And it was so funny. We try to get the pump on.
하루 운동하면 팔이 나오니까.
The J-Hope's got his jacket now. But Jimin's still sleeveless.
거친 막내 정국이요.
안녕하세요. 다크앤 와이드로 돌아온 뜨겁고 어두운 매력 지민입니다. 그냥
Do they still have to do these types of performances to this day?
I think so.
I was surprised. I thought that they were going to do it to their debut, and then they kept doing it to the
I know.
to the comeback.
They do
Then they
every
kept
new
doing it to
song?
the album release. That's
I mean,
crazy.
it's a good way to market it, I guess.
That's crazy.
Balloon battle.
컴백하니까 기분이 지금 굉장히 좋은데 너무 떨려서 지금 이거 기분 좋다 해가지고.
Dude, they have to be so happy to be back in Korea, I bet.
I know. But I think they're glad to be back to perform here, yeah?
Oh, I thought he meant Korea.
That too.
Oh, that was just rehearsal?
You were like that? Why are people cheering?
Yeah, I hurt my heart again. I was like, why'd they go back to no audience? That sucks.
뭔가 생각보다 더 빡 해야 될 것 같다는 생각이 들어요. 아직 좀 약하네요.
Stronger.
뭐 100%는 다 안 보였지만 그래도 진짜 할 때는 좀 더 세게 해야 될 것 같아요.
어려운데 해내야 됩니다. 무조건 해야 돼 이거.
I feel like it sucks because for the rehearsal you get all done up and you get your makeup done
I was
and you
thinking
just
the same
sweat it
thing.
off.
I was like, why'd they do their makeup for the rehearsal?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I was like, why are there so many of them?
Why is there so many of them? Why is there a girl?
Yeah, I was getting so confused.
Stephanie has so many. Why are they all wearing bow ties, but only the front row?
It's a lot of people to intro, right?
I just look at Jen in the background while they're doing this. My favorite thing is when they're doing any more serious segment, I just look at what Jin or V are doing in the background. They're usually making really silly faces.
The transitions between their performances.
That is so good.
Ah!
Okay, that one was so clean. I was wondering how that they changed that.
I did too.
That was. Can we watch that one more time?
Dang, editor. Dang, that for dancing so on point.
Was that editing or was that? Or was that editing? What?
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool. That was cleanest transition I've ever seen.
이번 앨범을 준비하면서 굉장히 좀 어느 앨범 때보다 고생을 많이 했던 것 같아요.
Past albums?
They were albums, the other ones. They were just singles.
Oh, what?
They had a deal with Universal Music, and that was their main focus. More than promoting in the country, they wanted to make sure their market base was more international.
That's interesting.
They succeeded. I like Suga's raps.
I think it's funny because when they all like any of the rap line will stop rapping, where I was like, dang, I really like insert rap line members here's raps to be like, damn, I really like J-Hope's rap. I really like RM's rap.
I don't really usually listen to rap, but I really like theirs. I don't know why.
They have set quite some impressive records here in Korea, and they're also very well known overseas as well.
They were the only Korean singers to be invited to a Korean culture festival in Moscow.
Oh, that was where they were. That's cool.
Russia's 24th anniversary. In Japan as well, the group held their first fan meets back in June 2 with some 5,000 fans.
Damn. That's so many people. Yeah, we really hit fast forward.
Not only in Korea they got the Newcomer Award here, but in April of this year in China they actually won the Newcomer Award. Also in Europe as well too.
Whoa.
Wow.
There's so many award shows. I can't believe, man.
So much travel.
Do you think that they ever win so many that they're just like, I don't want to win another award.
No, they're like, we just make RM speak. I'm sure they're happy every time.
But dude, can you imagine, like, flying around the world? They're
And
winning in
they're
Europe,
spaced out, I'm sure,
China,
by a couple months.
Japan. They're flying all over the place. Like,
I'm sure they're tired to travel to the award show, but if you're going to travel there, you better hope you get an award.
I'm projecting. That's a good point. Imagine traveling all the way intercontinentally and then they didn't win.
Yes, that would be
so
worse.
Exhausting,
They
man.
debuted back in June of 2013, but the boy band BTS has established itself as one of the next generation stars, boasting their popularity in the US, Europe, Japan, and other countries.
Man, they love you, yo. They love you.
BTS is rapidly advancing to the top in the K-pop industry, taking on not only the local music fans, but also a much broader fan base from many other countries around the world.
Dude,
I feel like my mom would like them.
BTS? I bet your mom
I
would
bet
like them.
she'd really like them.
Dude,
She loves Psy.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's the security guards.
Yeah.
Hard job. I was looking at that last clip. They're starting. We didn't see them getting mobbed like this
Not
in earlier
earlier.
footage that they were showing. I feel like they must have really exploded in because we time skipped a few months or maybe a year.
Yeah.
It seems like they just rocketed. I wonder what was the.
It's still
What do you
crazy.
think was the catalyst? Was it just like this is where it reached a jumping point? Because they didn't really cover that. We were in America doing the show.
And they're exhausted.
And
they just worked hard.
And they were like, oh, we're about to release our album. And then what happened in the interim?
They released their album.
Is that what it was?
I
Because
think
it seems
so.
like they've got it. Because they were already big, but now it seems like it's kind of gone crazy.
Yeah, I think it's the release, and they keep coming back, and now every time people know them more and more. I'm really curious what sets them about that they were able to expand that international audience better.
Were they just more focused on it?
Where was it because do all groups do all those kind of side videos? You know,
in other countries like they do. I'm curious as well because we wouldn't know like what's unique to BTS. Is it just that they do more? Is it that the members are so phenomenal? Is it that they have more input on their music, so there's more of a depth that people can? Because we don't listen to other K-pop, so it's more that like people can connect with.
Do they showcase the members in a different light, in a fun light, so people connect to the members? I know that's how I feel. I feel very attached to them.
Yeah, me too. Because we came in through the personality side of things.
Yeah, through their Run BTS episodes.
I don't know. It's really I'm curious, man. It's also weird because we came in when they're already massive. Like, we came in when they're several magnitudes larger than they are in the documentary right now.
Sheesh.
So we didn't see it happen, you know what I mean?
That is so good.
Because it feels like they reached another level in popularity in the docuseries right now, doesn't it?
I can never tell.
Really?
Wow.
I remember when we were watching their live show, I'm like, how do they not sweat?
They sweat.
They sweat.
Ay, ay. Go sleep.
가수가 되려면요 옛날부터 이런 방식입니다. 우선 방송사에서 탁 떠야 돼요, 그죠? 와, 음악을 들었더니 너무 좋더라. 너도 들어봐야 돼. 그럼 방송 쫙 듣고 TV, 라디오에서 엄청난 인기가 폭발하면 음반이 팔리고 돈이 됩니다. 그럼 그 가수를 배출한 기획사가 그 자본을 바탕으로 세계로 진출하자. 이게 정석이에요.
대형 기획사는 한번 밀면 엄청 많이 밀어주니까 기사 같은 것도 약간 더 잘 써달라고 해주고 기사도 약간 되게 많이 내주고.
So just marketing.
이름이
No, but they're not from a big company.
Yeah.
So
아무래도 좀 더 뜨게 되니까.
이 과정은 어떤 기획사가 미디어하고 연결되어 있고 돈을 가지고 있어서 섭외를 해가지고 방송에 내보내고 라디오에 보내고 아니었거든요.
Because they're from a smaller company, right?
미디어가 없는, 미디어 권력이 없는 아주 작은 규모의 회사였기 때문에 이 방송 시스템 속에서 제대로 노출될 수가 없었다라는 점.
방탄소년단이 큰.
Do you think they knew that going in? Because some of them have offers from multiple companies.
Jungkook at least did.
Yeah, so it's like
that's really interesting. I wonder I would be curious to hear from him why he chose to go with a smaller, less proven group.
Yeah.
I wonder what it was. Obviously, it turned out damn well.
공사들은 돈도 못 벌었어요. 그냥 구경만 하고 있었죠.
그런 힘 1도 없이 오로지 정말 아무 별 볼 일 없는 보통 사람들이 집단적으로 연대해서 이루어낸 풀뿌리 운동이었습니다.
진짜 키운 건 누구냐? 자본이 아니고 1,400만 명의 팬덤. 아미가 키운 겁니다.
I've been supporting them since debut. I love their meaningful songs.
Oh, they're from Poland. Did you see that?
For sure?
Yeah, there's a sign that said Poland behind her.
Oh, really? That's so cool.
And hardworking and talented they are really inspired me to work for my dreams.
That's so cool.
We love you guys. You're so We run a fan base called
So, Chile.
It is the first time.
I heard your songs and it made the day so much better. And I have to say thank you so much for helping me through high school.
She sounds American or Canadian.
So maybe they were like one of the first groups. Maybe because they were at a smaller agency, the smaller agency gave them more freedom and control, and then they were able to like do more on social media to actually showcase their personalities and stuff.
Maybe.
Since they couldn't go about it through the normal distribution channels, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really interesting.
I wish I had known about them earlier, you know?
But we know about them
We
now.
know about them now. We can support them now.
대중분들과 팬분들에게 관심과 집중을 받지 않는.
Are those swords? Are they holding swords?
저희 팬분들이 부끄럽지 않게 조금 더 주위를 돌아보고 좀 더 관심을 좋은 일 나누는 일에 관심을 가져보는 그런 계기가 되도록 하겠습니다.
Oh, that's really cool.
죄송합니다. 안녕하세요 할머니. 할머니. 들어가도 될까요?
혼자 사는 할머니를 위해 든든한
Aww.
식사를 챙겨온 멤버들.
That's so sweet.
보잘것없는 사람들한테 살다가 고맙습니다.
Aww.
네. 죄송해요. 할머니가 생각나.
I'm gonna cry again.
가장 오래 사신 분 혹시 어디 계시는지? 70년을 사셨다고.
너 같은 할머니가 제일 오래 살았어.
할머니.
So is this like community?
Is this like a
retirement
village
type of
village?
thing?
That's what it seems like.
가장 오래 살았다고 하시더라고요.
Do you think that they know who they are? Or do they think they're just nice young men?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they wouldn't. I wonder if they know that they're nice, like they're world-renowned performing artists, or just like these nice, handsome young boys.
I don't know.
That's really sweet.
근데 좋은 집에 아들들이 와서
Aww.
할머니 나이세요?
Also, I just want to point out, which is another cultural difference. Like, if this is one of those older retirement type villages or homes for people, we have those in the U.S. too. But usually,
They're called nursing homes.
they're
usually,
nursing
right?
homes, and
No,
like,
there's retirement communities
there's
too.
retirement
That's fair.
communities. There are retirement communities, but generally, like, these people are really good shape
I was
for
thinking
how
the same
old they
thing.
are.
너가 없으니까 이런 데서
How old do you think?
I have no idea.
봤어? 못 봤지? 23살에 나와서
23.
양평일동에서 사는 거야.
70 years. So that puts her at what, 93?
She's in such good shape. She's so
Wow.
mobile. Whoa. J-Hope and Jen are crying.
Aww. They're such sweethearts.
슈가가 이렇게 사이즈에 맞춰서 자르면 같이 슈가랑 같이 이렇게 좀 바꾸자.
So is it not for elderly people? Maybe it's just for widows?
I don't know.
고생을 해도 참 그저 기쁘죠 저희는. 태양과 겨울에만 따뜻하게 지내신다.
That will help a lot more than just a box of food, you know? Like, a box of food helps, but like doing something that's going to provide her comfort all
For the
winter
whole
long
winter, yeah.
is amazing.
역시 떠오르는 대세 아이돌답게 인기가 대단하네요.
2014년 9월 10일 지민과 전국의 심심한 로그 데뷔하고 이제 첫 휴가이자
Finally, get some sleep.
진짜 정확하게 48시간 그치
48 hours a
That's
weekend.
it.
네. 이 안경을 쓰고 머리를 이렇게 까고 길거리를 돌아다니는데 아무도 모르더라고 꿈만 갔던 휴가와 추석이 지나갔고 네. 다시 이제 VT를
That's crazy.
They
They
seem
started
so
these
much
video
better.
logs, right?
Yeah.
When they didn't have any like fan base at all. They started them before they even debuted. That's nuts. And nothing's changed. Like the rooms haven't changed at all. Isn't that weird?
I know.
It's so strange. I feel like like you were saying, it's such a weird concept in US because usually if you watch the same type of vlogs from a very popular
Over
performing artist,
a couple years,
they would be like, "Oh, we're unknown. We're in this apartment complex," and then like this vlog would be like, "I'm in this really bougie LA penthouse." You know what I mean?
but they don't. They're
It's
just,
really interesting. They've stayed in. Like I wouldn't know if you muted what they said. You'd have no idea, right?
I'm so curious what their finance situation is, you know, like how much what percent do they get to keep for themselves?
Oh, versus like the record label?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
콘서트 때 한 칼을 보여주기 위해서 열심히.
And if that changes,
Yeah.
like the economics behind it, right?
한 번에 다 묻히던 거여서 해줘야 돼. 너무 힘드네 이거.
Contra would be so hard. I almost don't want to go to a concert. I don't want to put them through that, but they signed up for it. You see, that was kind of a more light movement, just practicing the steps.
Not as explosive?
Yeah, because they're already exhausted. Poor boys.
리허설 때 힘든 거에
What?
3배 정도 힘든 것 같은데. 큰일 나네요.
Are they peeing with heels in the background?
상상도 못하겠네요. 질문해 주세요.
힘들어요?
아니요, 안 힘든데요. 아직 힘든 거가 아직 안 왔어요.
과연 얼만큼 왔을까? 얼만큼 찼을까?
I bet they will.
우리 아미 여러분들은 다 채워주셨을 거예요.
Yes.
저는 그렇게 믿어요.
저도 믿고 있는데 저는 개인적으로
What's Cypher?
No,
That's the title.
괜찮아요.
Oh.
이게 어떻게 되냐면 저희들이 음악 방송에서는 저희들이 타이틀만 하잖아요. 근데 저희들의 수록곡도
It's so weird to see him performing without the music.
Yeah,
You know?
it's kind of cool, isn't it?
솔직히 개인적으로 저는 수록곡이 더 좋다고 생각해요. 힙성. 힙성이죠.
다 다르구나. 다 졌네. 우리 이건 너무.
Oh, so is this their first performance that they're putting on as a concert
It
that's
seems
not on
like
one of
it.
these shows?
Yeah.
수록곡 들으면 1등 하겠네.
저희들의 수록곡도
He's so upset.
Never touch Jimin's cap.
There's so many staff people all the time. Total army 5,000.
That's crazy. That's so cool.
Oh!
지금 너무 떨리고. 미안해. 건들지 마요. 어리니까. 배 아파요?
I'd be nervous too.
시계를 안 봤는데 지금 떨리기 시작하는 거 보면 1시간 전에
Oh,
안 떨려 보여요?
he doesn't.
안 들고.
Oh, wow.
제가 어떻게 하느냐잖아요. 근데 이걸 어렵게 내가 나를 펼치느냐니까.
Arm doesn't look nervous.
I feel like he would feel a lot of pressure to set a tone for everybody else,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're such a great group. Suga, 사랑해요.
Are they in the US?
I think
They were
did
definitely
fly
American
there?
or Canadian.
완전 최고.
Or they just had perfect English.
제일 멋있다. 알지? 야, 진짜 다들 열심히 했고 진짜 멋있게 딱 보여줘 준다고. 파이팅 진짜 다 멋있어. 파이팅.
Dude, that has to be so nerve-wracking, that moment right there,
I'm
right?
stressed
I wonder, do you think
watching.
they like locked in and still nervous? Because I bet at a certain point they flip a switch. I wonder where that switch is.
Yeah, I don't know.
First exclusive concert, the Red Bullet? What a cruel name.
That's an awesome name.
That sounds like the title for a mystery novel, doesn't it?
Yes. Have we heard this song? I don't think so.
No, I haven't.
This is just the rap one, huh?
He used to be a BTS trainee. That's cool. They still did a song, right?
Yeah.
That makes me really happy. That makes me so happy because when you hear the trainee stories, it sounds almost like they just fall off the face of the earth. I'm really glad that they're still doing what they love. You know, it makes me happy.
That was a cool line.
It doesn't really feel like the rest of their show, right?
No.
It's really fun listening to the lyrics or reading the lyrics.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny they censor the curse words in the captions, but they literally just said it.
I know.
Like, right? That was cool. That's probably why they said it was going to be so exhausting. Because this is their first exclusive show where they're just performing for the entirety of the show. I didn't understand. I was like, what do they mean? That's why it's so exhausting.
And they have to change clothes.
That makes way more sense.
저희 첫 번째 단독 콘서트의 순간이 저도 끝나가니까 저도 너무 아쉬운데 이제 아쉬운 대로 어떻게 한 마디씩 오늘은
He doesn't seem out of breath.
뭐 뒤에 있으면서 약간 그런 생각을 많이 했는데 약간 가수라는 직업을 택하긴 쉽지 않잖아요. 근데 약간 이 가수라는 길은 약간 다른 직업보다는 약간 다른 것 같아요. 그냥 단순히 돈 버는 직업이 아니고
그렇죠.
이제 함께 이렇게 즐기면서 이 자신의 직업에 행복해하면서 이렇게 살아가기가 쉽지가 않잖아요.
그렇죠.
정말 여러분이 있어서 행복한 것 같아요. 여러분 항상 같이 가주실 거죠? 같이 가주실 거죠?
진짜
울지 마.
아야 아닙니다.
항상 이렇게 저희 가는 길 위에 이렇게 있어준다는 거 그 말 자체로 진짜 너무너무 감사드리고 진짜 너무너무 영광이고 행복하고
저희가 이제 여러분들 길 위에 같이 함께 있을 테니까.
Oh, that's a good line.
네. 항상 힘이 되어드릴게요.
I think it's so funny, the crowd. It sounds like they're doing ad-libs almost.
I know. I feel like I saw everything Jungkook says too.
그러니까 지켜봐 주시고 앞으로 더 힘드는 그런 정국이가 되겠습니다.
Aww.
행복하세요?
It kind of feels like church a little bit, doesn't it? Haven't you been at church where they do like they ask a question and then everyone's like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
아닌지 아리까리 하신 분 있어요? 지금 뭔가 행복한 것 같으면 그게 행복이에요. 어떻게 보면 사람은 항상 행복을 쫓으면서 살잖아요, 평생. 행복해져야지, 돈 많이 벌어야지, 결혼 잘해야지, 뭐 꿈을 이뤄서 내가 원하는 걸 해야지, 뭐 좋은 친구를 사귀어서 좋은 얘기 해야지, 맛있는 거 먹어야지, 그런 게 다 행복인데.
I agree. Those all sound lovely.
지금 이 순간이 행복인 것 같아요. 다른 게 아니라. 저는 지금 행복합니다. 여러분 행복하시죠?
He's so eloquent.
진짜 행복하시죠? 여러분 덕분에 정말 너무 행복했던 콘서트
If they started asking this question, I'd be like, am I happy?
I know, it's
Start
like very
questioning it.
existential, right?
감사합니다. 사랑합니다. 고마워요.
세상에서 제일 사랑합니다. 감사합니다. 아미가 짱이야. 나 진짜 아미밖에 없어.
I hope people come to my show, he says. I think people came to your show, I think, right? That's crazy. That's so cool. It's crazy how they can be so big and still get nervous about that kind of thing,
I know.
Right?
This is very chill exit.
Yeah.
Oh, do you hear him? Get home safely. That's so sweet.
How do they don't look sweaty on stage.
They
But
don't.
then they show backstage and they look like drenched. I wonder how they do that. I'm just saying, I'm asking for a friend. It's not. It's not
Not for
something.
you.
Yeah, it's not for me.
행복하세요라고 물어봤는데 나 진짜 행복한 삶을 살고 있는 것 같다.
Yeah, see, J-Hope, we're existential. Like,
끝나고 난 뒤에도 정말
whoa.
우리가 흘리던 눈물보다는 정말 행복하고 즐겁구나. 콘서트라는 것을 정말 재밌는 거구나.
I bet that feels like a culmination, right?
Yeah.
가수는 콘서트예요, 그런데.
It's a different kind of high, you know? Like when you're performing and you see the numbers, you get an award, that's one thing, but when you see a million people...
Oh, and you know that they all came to see you. And not a different group or something
I'm
like
sure
that.
it feels a little different.
그 말을 잘 이해를 못했는데 진짜 막상 해보니까 이제 알고 기도하다.
우리 처음 우리들의 무대를 보신 분들도 글을 써주어서 우연히 봤는데 처음 보신 분들은 방탄소년단 좋은 그룹인 것 같다고 그 글을 보고 나서 그때까지 연습했던 게 그냥.
It's funny that seems like such a
normal
casual statement.
They seem like a good group.
And it's interesting that that's the one that really resonated.
Stood out
isn't
to
it?
him, yeah.
연습을 되게 많이 하겠다. 그리고 꼭 그때는 더 발전되고 멋있어진 모습을 보여드리고 싶고 그만큼 꼭 노력을 하겠다.
하는 게 진짜 정답이지. 열심히 하겠습니다.
Don't work harder.
They're already working so hard.
Sleep.
It's so stressful.
I get stressful when they say they're gonna work harder.
I don't like how.
Stop.
끝. 진짜 일찍 끝. 빠밤. 끝.
It feels like the stuff's more personal. I don't know if that's just how it's edited or not, but doesn't it in the music and the performances and whatnot? It feels like it's less. I don't know if the word would be manufactured or industry normal, and now it's starting to be.
Feels like them more.
Yeah, because before it felt like we were talking a lot. We're like, wow, they really have a system they work through to break these acts, and it felt like they were very much in that system.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is an accurate representation, but from what we're watching, it feels like they're kind of out of the system now.
Yeah, like they
is
can
that how
do
you
what they
feel
want.
too?
Yeah.
I think the dancing's so cool. You're right. The dancing hits way more differently when we're watching the practice for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe it's because of the camera angles.
Hours and hours. I'm feeling it.
Days.
The editing on this is so good. You feel what they're feeling, it feels like.
Ugh.
How many times can I say feel?
This was the first episode that I felt a sense of relief, though.
Yeah. Like they got
It feels like
reward.
they made it, kind of, now. Which is interesting, because I feel like on the other episodes, we should have felt that way, but maybe they were trying to show how the members didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's
that was
what it
interesting.
is.
I have time to be attention.
Okay, ready?
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
We should plug Patreon. Yeah. Right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see some more BTS content that we filmed and we really enjoyed, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Steph. We've got a bunch more content over there. We've got Bon Voyage. We're adding to it every week. So check that out. Also, that was really cool. We're really enjoying this series.
I love it.
I really want to keep working through it, but if there's other stuff you guys want to see, you just want us to see us keep doing this, please let us know in the comments. If there's something else from BTS you want to see us react to.
Other run reactions, whatever you got for us, shoot them at us.
Whether they're for here on YouTube or if there's stuff we couldn't do on YouTube, we'd love to throw it on the Patreon. So let us know what you guys want to see us react to from the wonderful wide world of BTS. That being said, we love you guys.
Or anything else. Bye!
Oh, yeah.